From my point of view, all the seedlings that I put down yesterday are still nice and intact. So clearly, no one fumbled with the space. Even though earlier on I did see a couple of birds roaming around these patches. It seems good, and by the looks of it, all of the seedlings are just nicely finding their feet. So I'm quite happy about that. Which brings me to the potatoes. Listen, I think the potatoes are that child. You know, that child that adores being applauded publicly. So look, like yesterday they were just peeping through, and Mama did some loving and applauded these guys for their resilience publicly. And what do? In return, they say, Mama, we're gonna show you that we are here for it. So okay, let me just zoom in and out, because for some reason my lens is just doing funny stuff. But then as you can see, look at that, they are like nicely coming through, and this is the second tire. Look at this guy here. This is just amazing. This is the center one, and there's more brewing here. I have not seen anything from this side, but from my observation, honestly, these guys are just taking the cake. And this is the first tire. Look at these guys. Oh my goodness me. So I'm just gonna shower them with more love, and let's show the world that you are doing the most to come through and dance your way into the space. So this guy is literally budding like you wouldn't believe. So yeah, that's the progress on the potatoes. All right. Even more good news, it's scorching hot now, and earlier on I watered the cucumber, and when I woke up and I checked on the cucumber, they were all just standing upright. So now I'm inclined to think that it's not the environment at all, it is the scorching sun that is actually making them fold, because earlier on they were just nice, pretty, and just showing their small leaves. But then now, because the sun is up, it almost feels like they are folding, because they're trying to get away from the sun. So okay, I'm happy about that. Managed to at least space these guys apart nicely. I'm happy about that, and let's just go and check one more progress that I'm very happy about. All right, this is our flower bed that we created a few days back. The marigolds are doing awesome here. They are not bothering anyone. And what I noticed with the petunia flowers is the stems are like literally weakening, and they are creeping to the ground, but the flowers are nicely opening up. The one thing I know about petunia flowers is they hate the shade. I don't know why I didn't think of that before I actually planted them here. However, most of the time during the day, this part of the yard gets a lot of sunshine, right? But in the wilting it seems as though the stems are quite strong. So I'm not sure how to feel about it, but it looks like they're really just doing the most. They are really just doing the most, because I actually see with some of the stems, let's just look at this one here. With some of the stems, they're still quite strong and they are still brewing some life to them. So I'm just going to give it a few more days to actually see what is happening. My sunflower seed literally seems like she just packed up. She's like, no sisters, I'm not coming to this party of yours. Not at all. She seems like she's like, no. But then what really got me excited today, remember when I said I kind of feel like there might be something wrong with this compost? Well, I digress. Look at that. These are the sunflower seeds that I've put on the ground a few days back. There is one that is trying to sprout as well here, and there's these two that have come up nicely, and two more here, and I'm seeing one here, and I'm seeing another one here, and well, you won't be able to see it, but then there is also another one that is trying to come to the surface. I might think that there is nothing wrong with the soil. Why? If you can take a close look at the back there, right there, those are tomato seedlings, and chances are it's from the seedlings that were actually in the compost. It's from the seeds rather that were actually in the compost. So they are doing awesomeness. All right, and one other thing that I'm noticing, because I'm not sure whether it's the cornflower seeds sprouting or it is just what you call this, weeds sprouting. I'm not quite sure. However, there is some greenery that is happening in the space. As you can see there is more greenery that is happening here. There is, if you just take a glance, there is some more greenery happening. Then there is this guy here, this buddy here, which actually almost looks like the sunflower, the cornflower rather, seed. So if I take a glance at the soil itself, it really looks like there is life in here that is showing. So I'm quite pleased with that, and because I have cornflower seeds that are already sprouting in the lab, but then they're not sprouting here. The difference with those two environments is, with this environment I actually dug them a little bit deeper than I have with the ones that are in the potting trays. So it might actually take them a little bit longer to come to the front, to the surface. I don't know if you can see just here, there is one sprouting. Not sure whether it's a weed or cornflower, but for the fact that the sunflower seeds are germinating, there is some tomato life happening at the back there, and I see almost what seems like weeds, if not the seedlings. This is seedlings. These are not weeds, these are seedlings. These are definitely not weeds. These are seedlings of some sort. Let's see. You see, so because I'm seeing this greenery of small stuff happening here, I'm more inclined to think there is nothing wrong with the soil. And if that is the case, according to my professional assessment, then it means I'm good to go to use this patch. And I'm just going to give it a few more days. I'm definitely making some fertilizer tea for this compost, right? For this bed, sorry. And I'm gonna give it a few more days, and then I will be putting down some of the seedlings that are creepers, ground creepers, and it would actually save me a lot of beds here, and it would save me a lot of trying to mitigate and moving them according to how I want them to move. I'll just let them do their own thing there. Then let's come back here, of which this is going to be part of today's work. I'm taking out the allium. And I'm just going to station it differently somewhere around the patches so that I can actually use this patch for one of the creepy crawlers, because I think I still have a few more of the vining crawlers, ground crawlers rather, that I still have to put on the ground. Yeah, and just to cleanse all that greenery that you see. It's weeds. I want to cry. All this greenery that you see here, it's weeds. I almost feel like I can just run away. But one patch at a time. And yeah, this is the start to day 28. I'm almost done, guys, with my 30 days challenge. Almost done. And I actually forgot to take out spinach yesterday, so I'm definitely going to do that. You see, the leaves for the radish, they are doing the very same thing that the cucumber leaves are doing. They look like they're wilting, and it's because it is scorching hot. So I kind of feel sorry for these guys. I wish I could just put a shade net on top of them, but that will come when that comes. Alright, I am going to create a fertilizing liquid for that space that used to be the previous compost, just to help the soil really just get the microbiome going, right? So what I'll be using the black molasses. I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of the black molasses. Let me just open it. You can actually consume this as well. It's very good for you. I'm going to use it's almost a gooey like substance that I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of the black molasses, and I am going to mix it with the charcoal. This is the activated charcoal. I'm going to mix it with 5 teaspoons of the activated charcoal, and mix it in a jug of water. I'm going to be using this jug, and just make that nice liquid. Then as soon as it's nicely mixed, I'm going to pour a cup of it in 5 liters of water and spread on the compost. Ideally you would almost use the compost on that space that I'm busy with, whereby I'm trying to wake up the soil. So you would almost want to dig little troughs so that the solution would actually penetrate deeper into the soil. And yeah, we just let that happen, and hopefully it will bring a yield of good results. And the idea around that is to basically wake up the microbiome and the healthy organisms to the soil, so that at least we give it a much better chance to be able to be suitable for the plants that we will be putting in that space. So that's what I will be doing now. I don't have enough space here, but we will do with what we can. So it's going to be 5 of these teaspoons. This is how it looks like. It's basically your charcoal, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's 3 tablespoons of the molasses, but then because I have a teaspoon, so 1 teaspoon, I think it's 3. 3 teaspoons, I think it's 1 tablespoon. Could be wrong. Look how nice and gooey it actually is. So we would basically say that's the first tablespoon, second tablespoon, and third tablespoon. So it's actually nice. It tastes like licorice, you know, licorice that we normally used to have with a sweetie pink center. It almost tastes like that. And 1 to 2 tablespoons of this on a daily basis. It also just helps with your digestive system. And then, if you didn't know, now you know. All right. Okay, let me just move these guys. And I'm going to spritz just a little bit of water so that I am able to stir this whole thing. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, let me just stir it first. Funny enough, it's actually something that you can also drink, but then with human consumption measurements, right? So these are measurements for the ground. Guys, it smells amazing. This is how it looks like. It is a nice black like substance, and I'm just going to add more water in here so that am able to start our solution. Okay, I need something longer so that I can stir nicely. I'm looking for something I can use to stir. Oh my goodness me. I cannot believe I don't have something I can use to stir this with. Oh, hold on a second. I do. I definitely do. Do. Then I'm just gonna take a cup of this, something like 240 milliliters, into 5 liters of water and mix it together and pour on the space. For every 5 liters, you add 240 milliliters of this solution. It smells amazing. It's the molasses. It just smells so nice. They almost smell like grandma's kitchen, if there is such a thing. But then in any case, we are good here. Okay, my, what do you call this thing again? My whatever is 5 liters. So water can. I'm just going to eyeball a cup size, right? Don't come for me. Okay, I just had to be clumsy. Just had to be clumsy. Alright, let's go and get this guy onto the bed, and if I need more, I'll just come in and repeat the process. And yeah, the water is dark in color. I don't know if you can see that. And voila, let's go wake up the water, the compost, the bed. What am I saying? Let's go wake up the bed. Right. I think this setup worked out much better than I actually thought. So looks like Aliu is back in the space. So what I basically did was the aloe that was here and the other one that was here, I put one there and the other one there. So aloe is almost at the back there. Then there is 4 pumpkin seedlings. And let me just move this side so that you can have an idea of how I envision this whole thing. So if it is like this, right, then to this side is where it is vacant and I don't have anything planted, sorry. And then that's the walkway to the compost bin. The idea would be, I'm hoping that once it starts creeping, or once the pumpkins start creeping, they would creep and fall more on this side and vine towards this whole area here. That's what I'm hoping for, because once upon a time I actually had pumpkin. No, it was not pumpkin. What was it? I think it was squash. Yes, I had squash here, and it was vining to this side, of which it was not a big deal because I didn't plant anything anywhere here. So ideally I hope it actually just moves and falls on this side and creeps to this vacant space here where it can do whatever it is that it wants to do. And I'll just keep monitoring it if it means just assembling it nicely so that it moves through this path and comes and do whatever it is that it wants to do here, so be it. And this concludes day 28. Guys, I kid you not, I think this guy is like growing every hour. This guy is growing every hour. See you tomorrow for day 29.
See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomorrow for day 29. See you tomor